In this video, we're going to be showing how to sign up for the myBlueprint Career Education Exploration Program. If you don't know much about myBlueprint, it is a free resource for us here in Saskatchewan, and it is a career education program that allows students to sign up and to take a look at different careers, post-secondary options, resume building, many other features, but as well as just starting to figure out maybe what careers they might want to look at based on doing some inventories and other exploration within the program. So for right now, we are going to take a look at how to sign up for myBlueprint. We'll do a quick overview of the program, where to start with the inventories that are included within the program, and then take a really quick look at the resume generator, which is a very, very popular tool within this program. So in order to sign up for myBlueprint, we are going to go to www.myblueprint.ca, but we're going to add at the very end a backslash and Prairie South because we want the program to know which school division we're coming from, so it knows to let us sign up for that division. And you're going to see you're going to come back to a welcome back screen, but at the very top you're going to see the sign up button. You're going to click there and you're going to see welcome. Sign up to access myBlueprint and start planning your future today. Now underneath the drop down menu here, you're going to see a number of options that you have available to you. So all of the schools in Prairie South are listed here. If you're a Prairie South Elementary, we're going to ask you to select that one, but if you're in anything from 9 to 12, we'll get you to select the school that you're attending. So for example, I'm going to hit Albert E. Peacock Collegiate, and we're going to hit create account. So menu pops up here, teacher, counselor, family, but you are a student, and we're going to say that we're in grade 9. And right here, we're going to be able to put in our credentials. So first name, last name, we're going to choose a month. I'm going to say February 2nd, 2009. And down here, you're going to notice that it wants its a learning ID or student number. Please don't worry about that. It's not going to affect the program or anything like that. So please leave that blank, and you can just head on to continue. Now from here, you're going to see my stuff kind of pops up because I've done this before. But what we're going to do is I'll delete that off there, and we're going to put in a email address that you have access to. So for example, I'm just going to say bradyoung@hotmail.com. You can use your Prairie South email as well, which is totally fine. Whatever email you have access to is absolutely perfect to use. And you can see down here, they want you to verify your email, then you're going to select a password. So I'm just going to put a password in there. They're going to want you to verify it. And heading on now to the bottom, you're going to see I'm going to agree to the terms of use, and you're going to hit continue. So what's going to happen is that it's going to welcome you to myBlueprint, and we are going to say that we want to get started. So let's hit get started and move on to the program. So once you've logged into the myBlueprint program for the first time after signing up, you're going to be taken to the dashboard, and this is where you're always going to come to when you start logging into the program. And within here, there's many different things that you can do. There's tasks, class activities, goals, portfolios you can create. But today what I want to do is I just want to show you a few of the tools that you will want to access just moving forward that are very popular. So underneath or out to the left-hand side. Now on some monitors, you actually will have to click some buttons. I think there's like a button with some wavy lines up here that will actually access this menu, but on most monitors, the menu will just be there for you to access. So once this menu pops up, you're going to see who am I, you're going to see high school, you're going to see post-secondary, you're going to see work, money, guides, and favorites. Well, today what we want to do is we want to just kind of take a basic overview of a few of the sections. So under the who am I section, you're going to open this up and you're going to see 5 inventories that you're able to do. Now, these are inventories that are going to get the program to kind of learn who you are. So as you're completing things within the program, the progress is going to be saved as you're going along. And within these inventories, as you can see, there's 5. The last 2 are going to be locked. So as you complete these 3, these will become unlocked for you. So you're going to see you've got learning styles, personality, interests, knowledge, and you've got motivations as well. And as you complete these surveys, I try and tell every student, be as honest as possible, because as you're completing them, over here, you're going to see in the progress section, every time you complete these inventories, and again, you can go back and redo these inventories later if you wish, and you can stop anytime because there's autosave built into the program. You're going to see this progress bar starting to fill up, and in a second I'm going to show you exactly what happens as the progress bar starts to fill up. But over here, we're going to use learning styles as an example. Do you remember what you read? Are you good at remembering names? Everyone has different styles of learning they like best. What are yours? So as you start the survey, you're going to see these start to pop up, these kind of questions. You're going to rank the importance of these statements, and you're going to see you're at school and a substitute teacher asks for directions to the gym, and you're going to start ranking these. Now you can put them in, you can change them as you wish to, and then you just go on to the next questions. So as you can see in each inventory, right in this one, you have 2 out of 20 that you can complete. So as you're completing the survey, the site is getting to know you just a little bit more. So I'm going to go back to the surveys. As you can see, it already knows I have 5% done, and my progress is already starting here on the side. So as you complete these inventories, at the very end, you're actually going to see a report about each of your styles of learning when you've completed the surveys. And I'm going to show you that right now. So what I've done is I've logged back into my original account for myBlueprint because I've done quite a few of these already, and as you can see here, my progress bar is already starting to be filled up. I've gone back and started taking some of the learning inventories over again, and I've also finished a few and just left them there. So it looks a little bit different from when you start to when you finish, but as you can see here, as you're finishing up, there's actually reports that you can go and view about your learning or your interests, knowledge, motivations, personality, and learning styles. So in interests, once I've completed the inventory, I can actually click on view report and I can see what they actually tell me about my interests. So you can actually take a look and share with your teacher, share with your parents, and just talk about, what kind of interests you have. As you can see here, my interest type is the contractor. My 2 primary traits are realistic and I'm investigative, which sounds a little bit like me. But there's reports that pop up and you can take a look at this as you go. Now, as well, besides the reports, on the progress side, as you can see, these are filling up. It knows that interest, knowledge, and motivations have been completed. These are still ongoing, and you see at the bottom you've unlocked occupation matches. So as you complete these inventories, the occupation matches are going to start opening up because the website is starting to learn more about you. So when you click on occupation matches, you're going to see that based on the results that you've given so far, now again, this is just a computer program and it's helping you out, you can see that based on all the things that you've told the program, there's actually matches and there's things that they're actually showing you that of careers that may be of interest to you based on the answers that you've given it. So as you can see here, I've got prosthetist, nursery worker, IT help desk, medical technologist, acupuncturist, all that kind of stuff has started to show up as my occupation matches. Now, again, I could go and I could finish these inventories that need to be done up here. I can go and do other things within the program. And as I'm doing that, these will probably change because the website's going to know a little bit more about me based on my answers. Now, as you're kind of going in here, you might be going, ooh, this actually looks interesting and have an 84% match. I can actually take a look by clicking on these, and it's going to load up, hopefully. There we go. In the IT, and it will actually give me in each of these occupations, it will actually tell me what the job entails, what kind of education I have to have, estimated salary, workplace, videos that are there. Actually at the top as well, it'll give you your outlook, requirements, what you absolutely need in order to get that occupation or to get that career. Do I match? You can actually take a little bit of an inventory match here, and then you can go through and hear little snippets or read little snippets of people that have actually done the job before. So there's quite a few things to look at. Inventories is where I would really encourage students to start because that's going to be a big chunk of the program so that it gets starting to learn about who you are. So now that you've taken a look at the Who Am I section, I want to show you one more tool that's available to you. Underneath the Work section, as you can see, I'm back on the dashboard, which is the home page. And on the left-hand side, there's the Work section. As you can see from the drop-down menu, Resumes is one of the ones that you can select. Now, this resume generator is very, very, very good. Many students have been using this in Prairie South and have been finding a lot of success with it. So on the resume section here, you're going to see that there's actually some samples here. Here's all mine that I've created over the past little while, and you'll see yours pop up as you create it. You're going to see sample ones here that you can go and check out. You can actually see a resume guide that will actually open up, and you can go through the different elements of a resume. And then you can go up here to the button, which is the resume generator. So once you click on this, you're going to be able to start creating your own resume. I'm going to put Brad Young's resume just as an example, and then I'm going. Now, once you are on this page here, you can actually edit anything you really want to. So as you can see, I can go up here and type in resume. I can change the name. The resume sections over here, as you can see, you can switch the order, and we'll talk about the sections in a minute, but you can change the order as you're doing it. The contact information right here, you can go into edit and fill out all the information that's going to be needed for your resume. And then once you're done it, you can just hit save. And then underneath all this, you're going to see the sections for objective, education, work experience, extracurricular, volunteer experience, skills and abilities, achievements, certification, hobbies, and references. So what's awesome about this in the generator is that each of the sections has different things that can help you out. So I'm going to use the extracurricular, for example, because most students have some extracurricular under their belt. So extracurricular, as you can see, you could actually go in and edit it, the title, if you wanted to. Extracurricular activities demonstrate that you're a well-rounded student that looks for new opportunities to interact with others beyond the classroom. All right, so I know I have some extracurricular activities. Maybe I'm in music or drama or sports, and I'm going to say drama festival 2020 start date. We're going to say we started in February, and it ended in, we'll just say April. And you could add a description if you want to of maybe the play you participate in, your roles, and all that kind of stuff. It's all right there for you. And then once you're done, you can hit save. As you can see, that's actually been added to our resume. Now, when it comes to one of the sections, and one of the sections a lot of students have a little bit of difficulty with, is the skills and abilities section. So it says your skills and abilities help employers understand your capabilities and give an insight into your ability to perform the different duties required for a potential job. So, right, let's take a look at some of the skills that are there. You can list some that you have on your own, and then as well, under each of these sections, there's always going to be a need help section. So if you click on the need help tab, you're going to see more of an explanation of what goes into the skills and abilities section, and things you can ask yourself that help you figure out what skills you should put in. The one thing though in the skills and abilities section is they actually have samples. So you can actually take a look at all of the samples that they have listed here. I'm just going to use some of them as an example. You can see all the ones they have listed here, and you can say, well, reliability, if you feel you're reliable, for sure, add it in. Positive attitude and behavior, for sure. Decision-making skills, for sure. But again, don't forget, you're going to be asked about these in the interview, so make sure that any skills and abilities that you put into this section, you're able to talk about. So I'm just going to put in a couple more just for fun, just so that we have some ideas and we have some stuff for a resume. All the other ones here, as you can see, for certifications, there's going to be a need help section, so you can add things as you're going. All right. So what we'll do is we're just going to pretend. We'll just pretend that the resume has been completed. You've added all your stuff in, and you have what you feel is a good working resume. Well, we need to actually see what the resume looks like. Underneath here, and you can do this anytime as you are going through, is you can preview your resume. So we're going to click Preview Resume. And right here, you will actually be able to see that it's starting to build a resume for you. So if you're like looking and you're like going, oh, okay, this is actually looking pretty good, but there's still some more things I want to add in, you can go back to your resume. Oops, sorry. Yeah, back to the resume section, and you can add some more stuff in. But let's say, just for fun, we go to the preview and it says, you know what, I'm done. I have everything filled out that I need to. I have a good working resume right now. The best thing about this generator is that there's actually an export button that you can download a copy of your resume as a Word document, PDF, or text. And I always encourage students to write or to save their resumes as a Word file so that they can download it. And as you can see, downloading, and I'm going to actually bring it up here for you. And it's opening on my other screen, so I'm just going to bring it and drag it in here. And there it is. And you can actually go in and change things, and you can add bullet points if you want to, anything you want to. Actually, we'll enable the editing. You can go in here and do anything you want to your resume because now it's in a Word file format. So that's one of the best things about resumes or resume generators, that you can actually do this kind of stuff, which is awesome. So other than that, that's it for this video, and thanks so much for watching, and have a good one.